Welcome to another edition of Talkin Bout Things. We took last week off for the montage competition that we were doing, so I didn't want to overload the YouTube. But we're back. Episode 6. We lasted 6 episodes, haven't gotten canceled yet. Today might be that day, though. We'll find out. Our guest today is KSI HHooters 7. Another Brit, so I'm disappointed in that, but we're going to work our way through it. And also, in addition, we also have a guest host that's going to help me run this, KSI Veritas 7, affectionately known as Rita. So you two can go and say hello, and then we'll get into this.
Hello. Look at Rita real quiet over there.
Yeah, he just told me he could talk.
I don't know. I feel kind of outnumbered now. Oh, I know, right?
I mean, you are 100%.
Well, I think we're going to get this thing started off in a good way. We're going to start off on a positive note. Hooters, hello.
Hello.
Is
I mean,
today
you kind of ruined it by saying there was a Brit in here, but you know.
I got
fine.
a question for you. It's going to be no. Maybe it's going to be yes. I got a 1 out of 365 chance of being right, but is today your birthday?
Absolutely not.
Okay, well,
I mean, 1
out of,
I guess.
1 out of 365 did not work. I took my guess. So, first question, when is your birthday?
It is March 22nd.
March 22nd.
So you
my
yeah,
brother.
so I mean, you missed it, but I mean, you'll have to get me a present.
No, I
this time.
didn't miss it. It just hasn't happened yet. I'm just going to wait for the next one. But my brother's March 24th, so that's pretty cool, I guess. We're kind of related now.
You guys are like,
Feel like family.
blood bonded now.
I know, it's just the way
Even
it
though you're a
works.
dirty Brit.
Dirty Brit. Well, I didn't go that deep. Oh my lord, that one cut.
I know, right? That was a bit much. Alright, that was a little bit much.
Well, oh well. One of these days, I'm going to interview somebody, and I'm going to ask if it's their birthday, and it will be their birthday. But, which division would you want to tell the people that you were in? You can lie if you don't want to admit it.
Okay, so I'm in, hold on, let me think of a good one. No, can't think of one. I'm in LS. No, I'm joking, I'm from Last Strike. It's, yeah, I actually like all divisions in KSI, they're all pretty great. I hang around with pretty much everyone.
Well, did you know I got my
Thanks.
start in LS?
I actually did.
Yeah. That used to be a fun trivia question, but now that GZ is dead, now it's just kind of the obvious one. Because when GZ existed, you know, GZ was my baby, so I could talk about it. But now that doesn't exist, LS is the only one that comes in the conversation. But,
I mean, the longest standing div in KSI, right, you know?
yeah.
I'd
Yeah.
imagine many people came from there.
Well, Rita didn't.
Well, that's because he's not special enough, but you know.
I mean, maybe I'm more special because less people have come from FI than LS. You ever think about that?
I mean, let's be honest. You're not special, right? Let's be honest, yeah.
I mean, but you're very special, Hooters. Very
You're,
special.
I mean, you're. Oh.
I'm not even
Okay.
going to ask what he meant by special. I don't know. I'm not going to ask if it's like special, like
I think he
Christmas
meant
present.
like. I'm not gonna lie. I think he meant no. I think
Window
he meant
licking.
simple, but you know, I was trying not to like get that far. But yeah, I think he meant more of like a Lucy like window looking stage of special.
Well,
That was completely your idea, not mine.
well, must be a British thing then, huh? But,
I mean, I guess so.
pop quiz time. When did you join the community? What do you remember your recruitment date?
Oh, now you're asking.
Oh, most people don't remember those
was.
days.
Well, you see, the thing is, though, for me, it was different, alright? It was June in 2016, but the thing is, though, with me, I was knocking about with KSI probably for about a year and a half before I joined. So, I mean, I just wasn't in KSI. I mean, I knew a fair whack of the members, and I used to, you know, linger.
Well, what took you so long to go from lingering to joining?
I don't know, I just never wanted to, I wasn't a very, like, outgoing, I was dead shy, believe it or not. Once upon a time, I was actually shy. And, yeah, And then I only happened to join because a friend of mine who was in KSI and was an officer at the time was getting told he was getting rank suspended for getting no recruits, and he was desperate to pull a recruit in, and he begged me, so I said yeah, so we didn't get in trouble. And then here I am.
Well, that's a. It's funny though. We get a lot of people that join kind of with hesitation, and then they join and they get like absorbed in it.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know, like the community, like I said, I was always gaming with everybody and things like that. It was just, I don't know, I guess I just didn't want the responsibility and stuff, because when I was a mum as well, and, my daughter was a bit younger then, so it was a very stressful time. I just kind of thought, oh, I've not really got time for all this stuff. And then, yeah, I kind of never left, and, you guys just can't get rid of me now, so stuck with me.
Well, now you're just like the mom to, I forget how many people LS has, but to that many people.
No, we don't do the whole mother thing, that's weird.
Well, it's weird when you do it on the forums, like, you've probably seen people do it where, like, they do, like, the family thing on the forums. That's
yeah,
kind of
I mean,
a
I
weird
find the
thing.
whole family thing really odd, I'm not gonna lie. I mean, I
Oh,
think
I
the only
agree.
person who I allow to call me mother is Lucy. Lucy does refer to me as his mother.
Well, when
But
Lucy
yeah,
says
I
that,
think
it
he's
probably
the only
doesn't
person
mean
who can get away
what
with it.
It probably doesn't
Yeah,
mean
no,
what
I
you
know.
think.
Oh,
it would,
I
but-
know. Mhm.
No, but we're definitely in
Go on.
agreement. I've never really understood the family dynamic on the forums. Like you'd see people with their signatures, like Hooters is my mother and Veritas is my father and Fuzzy Meep and Pliers are my brothers, and it's like, what is going on here? This is strange.
I don't know. I mean, I did adopt a member last night. A member from another division. I adopted him as my own, but I don't know like my own what. I just adopted him just as my own, not son or child or anything. Just as it is. Just adopted him.
How well?
He's just mine.
just well, how kind of you.
I know, right? Take him under my wing. I'll look after him.
He's yours.
Mr.
Do you own him?
Yeah, KSI Nebula from LW. If you've not met this kid,
Aw.
he is the most adorable, the most well-spoken and polite and adorable kid I've ever met. And I'm like, you know what? I'm adopting you. And he was like, okay. There we have it.
He was like the first person in this community who I didn't know to message me about how much he enjoyed talking about things. So it's great that you bring it up because I'm sure he's going to listen to it.
He's great. He's so great, honestly. He honestly puts a smile on my face all the time.
Yeah, he's going to be a guest on here eventually. Is he... Okay, I got to ask though, is he British or is he American?
No, he's American.
Oh, thank God. Wonderful.
You've got to
Thank
connect with
God.
LW. I'm their director, so like we can get this thing popping, MP. We can do this.
Oh, nice. Networking at its finest. So, let's move on to another topic here. Your responsibility that you didn't used to want just kind of grew, didn't it? Now you're running LS.
This is true.
So, how you feeling? Are you worried? Are you excited? Are you nervous?
No, I mean, I don't know. I'm pretty much not really doing anything differently, I suppose. I mean, it's just like LS has just always been my home anyway, and it's always been my baby. I guess it's just you get that extra bit of control, I guess, and that extra. I don't find it stressful or anything as such. Everyone has their off days, but the people over there are great, and you meet a lot of people who you end up getting personally attached with and things like that. So, LS is definitely on the up. And there's big changes to come. So I mean, I'm not nervous. I have all the confidence in the world in myself for that division. So
Ooh.
sounds quite pig-headed, doesn't it? Really? But I mean,
Well, I mean,
yeah,
you kind of have to have that, right?
I'm pretty confident.
Like,
I mean, I am
don't
pretty
know.
confident though. So
Like
I know
when
I'm good at what I do. So
Well, yeah, I mean, it's just like being a mom. I don't think you want to go into being a mother and be like, oh, I'm going to be a pretty terrible mother, but let's just see how it goes. And running a division isn't so different. If you don't have confidence that you can do it, then why are you there?
oh, I mean, I don't know. I think every new mother kind of feels that way. When I
Well,
when
they're
I found out I
nervous,
was pregnant and I didn't
but
even
it's
know for
good.
quite some time, I was like, oh, I'm gonna be such a bad mom. I'm not ready for this. But yeah, I don't know. It really does. It is very like it kind of. I don't know. You could just do it. It's weird. You can just do it, and I don't know. I guess everybody's different, and I'm pretty adaptable. So yeah, no worries
So what are your goals
or
for the division?
concerns or. To be honest, just building it. I try and be a pretty positive person, so I try and kind of keep any negativity out of the division. You know, we've had a bit of a rough time recently. You know, the hype was all there for Spirit Week, which we obviously won again. You know, that built up a lot of people's morals and things like that. And then we started going for a little bit of a rough patch. It was like a divorce, if you will. It was quite messy. But you know, it's on the up again, and just building up people's morale and confidence and things like that. You know, actually like going out of our way to praise people and recognise people and stuff. And you know, and I know our last one of our happy hour shows that we did a shout out event, which was great for people. Just you know, just actually getting out there and just praising people and recognising them for what they actually do. You know, it's amazing how much motivation that gives people when they actually realise they are recognised for, you know, the hard work that they do. It makes a massive difference.
Well, you brought up Spirit Week, and you won first place, so congrats. Do you remember who won second place?
Oh no, I don't care about second or third or fourth or whatever, you know, it's all about
Oh.
first place.
Oh, well, let's ask
Everyone else is
Veritas.
irrelevant.
Hey,
Well,
Rita,
fuck you
Rita.
too.
Normally I'm the only one that can cuss on this show.
Oh, I said a
That's-
naughty.
Oh my god.
Sorry.
Well, now we gotta put the expert tag
Doghouse
on
for
this.
you.
Normally it's me. But but yeah, it was Veritas. It was definitely Rita.
I mean,
So-
I mean, he did all right. He
Well,
did
obviously
all
not as
I mean,
good as LS.
Alright.
I mean, LS are. I mean, I think we all are as divisions. We are extremely competitive, and I mean, the year before when we'd won, it was very. How do I word this? It was very messy and competitive, and it got a bit personal for a lot of people. And I mean, this year was a little different for LS. I mean, we just, you know, we had a lot of new members, we had a lot of new people joining in the events and stuff. And it's just something that people love being a part of KSI, doing all the events and stuff, which is why when we do the 7 versus viewers and things like that, these events are so popular because people just love being a part of it and they love the competition side of things. You know, as opposed to just getting on their Xbox and just gaming, like by themselves or with their friends and stuff. They actually like a bit of healthy competition against other people. And I mean, LS will just always pull every stop out to win. And I mean, I will especially. So I have done for like the last 2 years. I plan on doing it again next year, so.
Wow. So you're already putting in your stake for next year's LS champion or Spirit Week champion.
Oh, we'll win.
Sorry.
Yeah, we're gonna win again. Absolutely.
GZ's coming back, and GZ's gonna get it.
Indeed.
Upset of the year. No one sees it coming.
Be great.
I was just joking. I got a Roku yesterday. I cut cable, so I got my Roku, and I made a joke to the board that I'm never coming on Xbox again now that I got Roku and I have all my connected apps, and I'm just gonna start KSI's first Roku division. And that division will win Spirit Week next year. They won't even have any of the games. It doesn't matter though. But now, at what point did you feel like maybe you could run a division? Because obviously you didn't always feel that way. When you first joined, you were probably hesitant a bit, and it's taken you a while. Was there a point at which you were like, "Man, I could run a division. I could run this stuff good"?
To be quite honest, it was probably back on the 360 when we were all gaming on there, and I believe I was the second captain or the third, and I was like, oh, General, that sounds great and all, but you know, I want to run this div. And I mean, I guess when you're at a certain rank and stuff, you kind of look at your division and you kind of think, oh, you know, I'd do that differently, or you know, I've got that idea, or I'd like to do that, and things like that. And I guess, I don't know, you kind of see your own stamp on stuff, and you kind of see yourself working with the people that you've got. And then, you know, we got onto the X1, met a few more people, and I was just, I don't know. It's since being a captain, I just kind of always wanted to run my own division. And I mean, I don't ever want to stop climbing the ranks either. I mean, I'll just keep going. I mean, hopefully.
Well, what kind of leader would you say that you are?
I'm very trustworthy. I mean, I have a lot of, I'm kind of one of those people, like, you see people, like, everyone keeps going back to the mother thing, but people call me, like, the mother hen, because I'm the kind of person that everybody kind of comes to for the advice and, you know, the private talks, and Just if they've got anything going on in their life, whether it be KSI or personal stuff, they always know they can come to me and they can just always rely on me to talk to. I mean, I'm pretty much online 20 hours out of the 24 a day, you know, because I have no life. Like, KSI is my life and it has become my life, and I wouldn't change it for the world. But I mean, I'm just a massive support system for people, building people's confidence up and things like that. Like, seeing other people happy and seeing other people succeed, you know, that makes me happy, and that's what drives me. So, you know, I'll always go out of my way to do that for people.
Oh, KSI Mother Hen 7.
Alright, don't push it.
I feel like you did that to yourself. I don't think you could blame me for that.
I mean, you didn't need to agree with that, and then throw the gamer tag out there. That's too much, too far.
So I have to ask too. What's your alcoholic beverage of choice?
It's actually whiskey. Whiskey is the main. I mean, Jack Daniels is by far the best, in my opinion. But vodka's it's not a good drink for me. I really shouldn't ever do that, you know. I think we saw that in one of the live streams. Yeah, vodka is a no-go, and I really shouldn't drink that. But yeah, whiskey and scotch are pretty much up there. I must say I'm not very ladylike when it comes to drinks. I'm not all about like mixers and stuff. I'm pretty, you know, I'd rather sit there with a pint of beer and things like that.
Well, welcome to the club. I'm a huge whiskey fan. Jack Daniels, Jim Beam, you know, specifically. Jim Beam is too smooth for its own good.
That is.
See that
wait,
Jack Daniels funny though. The Jack Daniels funny. I can just drink and drink and drink, and it just, I don't know. I could just keep going.
You ever been to the Jim Beam distillery, MP?
Like 3 times.
Really?
Yeah.
Holy crap! So you've been along like the Bourbon Mile then?
Yeah. No, it's fucking wonderful.
That's
God
awesome.
dang it. Yeah, it's freaking wonderful. I think it was only half of a curse, so that one doesn't really count. I only have to like donate like a quart, like a not even a quarter. I only got to donate like a nickel to the swear jar. But yeah, Jack's good. Jack being a sour mash, like I said, it's not as smooth as Jim Beam, and so it all depends on how I'm feeling. Jack is a really dangerous one whenever I'm like up in my feelings and like, you know, just, you know, whatever. But if it's like social, Jim has to be the call. Yeah, it does. It just you feel sometimes with Jack Daniels like you're punishing yourself when you drink it.
No, you see that's me with vodka. If I drink vodka, it hits the feels a bit. It's either going to be a really happy night or it's going to be quite an emotional one. Can't quite decide.
You never know where it's going to lead. You got to get about an hour in before you figure it out.
Mhm.
Yeah, and I was not there at Spirit Week whenever drunk Haley was stealing the show, but it didn't deter you from getting a Spirit Week queen.
I mean, no, I actually thought it had done, and you know, quite a few of the seniors and that were winding me up about it, being like, you know, we can't give it you. And I mean, I did everything I could for Spirit Week. I mean, I was up till 5-6 a.m. every single day for Spirit Week for those 7 days, and I was so tired and drained. And I was on Twitter non-stop. I was on Facebook. I was in parties with people. I mean, I was on the forums non-stop, and then I just got really wasted one night, and I didn't even realise it was a stream, and I'm there shouting at Greg, and I'm like, oh god, shoot me. And the worst was, the next day when I woke up, I had so many messages on my phone being like, Haley, you were so funny last night, and I'm like, why, what are you on about? And it's legitimately the first time in my lifetime that I've woken up and not actually remembered everything from the night before. I've never actually gotten myself into that kind of state. But I mean, I think I was just celebrating the hype of Spirit Week and how well it was going, and I may have just took it a little bit too far.
Oh, you just had too much Spirit Week in you.
I mean, exactly, and I mean, since then I've actually hardly drank at all since Spirit Week.
Well, that's how it goes. You have one bad night or one bad experience, and it kind of changes how you are. Like when you were in the party when I told you about me getting drunk on my way to vacation. No alcohol since. Can't. It's just the way it is. But yeah, no, you seem like a fun leader. You seem like you always try to remind your members that you're here for fun and not for like doing a task or doing a job or whatever. 'Cause that's what it seems like you would be like.
Yeah, I mean, I've always said to my members and anybody that I ever come across, like, they'll all tell you, like, I have a motto. Like, I always say to people, like, KSI is what you make it. And it's because it really is. Like, if you make it a hard job, it's going to be a hard job. And, and if you make it easy, it's going to be easy. It all depends on how you are as a person and how you deal with certain things. And, it's, a lot of people struggle to define the line of like business and pleasure kind of thing, but I mean there's so much people get out of being in KSI. It's not just a community for gaming. There's so much you take to your real life, and there's so much that can help you in like future jobs and things like that. It's it does pretty amazing things for people, and I mean I've seen it personally turn people's lives around, including my own. I mean my story before I joined KSI wasn't a good one. And I'm a totally different character now, and and that's KSI that's done it, and the people I've met here, and that's why I'll always be forever grateful for this community, because it really does do so much more for people than just gaming.
Oh, well, that's good. Glad that KSI could assist you. That's the thing. I mean, I know how it is. I mean, you have a member, Akami. Akami was like that. I did a story on him a couple years ago. And he was the same way, and it changed his life, and it changes a lot of people's lives. Do you like feeling like maybe you're a part of changing people's lives, or making people have some place to go to get a little bit of healing or a little bit of refuge?
Yeah, massively. I mean, I'm more for how other people feel than how I feel. Like I said before, I'm happy if other people are happy, and I'm happy watching other people succeed and stuff. Whether it's, a recruit that I fought in myself, and I've trained them up to be generals or higher, and and I watch them climb the ranks and stuff, and I watch them progress and grow as a person and stuff. There's no better feeling in the world than watch that you've helped somebody do that and achieve that.
So, Talking About Things doesn't get canceled. And we're still doing the show in a year. And I interview you next year, the same day, next year. Where are you? Where is Hooters?
Well, I mean, it still won't be my birthday then, funnily enough. If you ask me that same question.
It might be. You won't know if you don't ask.
I mean, I'd like to, I don't plan on stop climbing the ranks as long as there's always going to be a position open. I mean, I'm always going to try and go for it because, I do that in my real life job. I don't go and get a job and just kind of think, oh, I'll just sit here and just be this co-worker and just, do my thing. Like, I will always strive to be in management position within X amount of time and things like that. I mean, I think I'm just like one of those natural born leaders, and it's not that I don't know. I don't particularly like delegating to people and stuff. I mean, I'm one of those who I don't expect people to do something I wouldn't do myself. And I think that's always helped me throughout life. I mean, I can delegate and I do and things like that, but yeah, I would never ask somebody to do anything I wouldn't do. But I mean, I don't plan. I just hope I'm in a higher position, I guess. And then I'm about to help people who are in my position now, and people who are, div leaders and etc. That'd be pretty great to make director, maybe even higher. Even a senior, that'd be pretty cool. I mean, I just don't think KSI's in a position where they're ever going to be able to get rid of me, to be fair. I think everyone's pretty much stuck with me now.
Oh. Well, I mean, we gotta, like, sign a piece of paper about that or something?
Yep, absolutely.
Can you marry a gaming organization? Is that something you can do? We need to find out.
Yo, MP, hit her with the prenup, though. Come on, just in case.
Oh, yeah, no,
Well,
yeah, no.
alright.
KSI is definitely... KSI will require a prenup.
Prenup.
If
out.
if we get a divorce, you're not taking half of this community. Sorry.
Oh, damn it. But what if they just follow? Because I've adopted so many and I have so many minions,
Nope. Our custody.
I tell you what, right, what I plan on doing in a year's time if we have this interview again, okay? The one thing that I would love more than anything out of this community is my own award. Like, that's all I ask for. I would love to
Oh.
have my own award.
Yeah, like Impy's cuddle party.
I mean, the one that he's still not giving me, but that's fine. I mean, you know, I'm not gonna cry about it. Only a little bit.
Haley's hell
But
yes.
I'd love my. I'd love my own award. I just think it's such an achievement. I love the awards on the forums. Like, you know, me and another member went through a stage of competing on awards, and I was trumping him by like 5 at one point, and then he went and joined the AAP, and now he's got like 15 more than me, and I'm like, grr. But I mean, yeah, I just love my own award.
I don't know, man.
I think that's something else that motivates people.
Hooters wings, I think, would be pretty excellent.
Yeah, I mean, I'd love it, honestly. I just love my own award that I can give to people that, you know, I've either mentored and trained or helped out in some way or another, or people that, you know, they mean a lot to me, or, you know, there's even people in other divisions that, you know, still come to me for advice. And, like, I'll always say something like, you know, follow your chain of command or whatever else, but, you know, a lot of people come to me with personal stuff, and it's just who I am as a person. I'm really good at advising people with any kind of situation, and I'm just really great at defusing situations as well. So I mean, that's just the kind of person I am. So
Oh, well, maybe you'll get Impy's cuddle party at some point. It used to be on the economy before the economy broke, and I used to be able to like get stocks, and you get like points for like every post you made and like every upvote you got or whatever, and you go on there and buy those awards, which obviously you can't do anymore, or currently. Maybe we'll bring it back at some point.
I know
if we find something
I'm
that
really
works.
sad that I'm really sad that we can't buy awards. I'm really sad about that, because I'd buy them all, because I'm just an awards whore. Not gonna lie, I'd buy them all.
I think, well, I think all three of us have now said something unsavory in this podcast. So that's the mark of a good podcast. That's how you know things are going good.
Yep.
Because everyone's just saying terrible things. But, who would you say in your time at
She's
KSI has had
connecting.
the most? Oh no, this is why we don't get Brits on here. But
Right, I came back to hear that. All right, calm down.
so who would you say in your time here has had like the most influence, in your KSI career, or not even most, but who would be a couple people that you would say have had a big influence on you?
I think Pliers definitely has helped me out an awful lot. You know, he's never been somebody to throw his rank at people, and you know, he's always been about to advise. Even Mr. Veritas at the bottom, he has helped me out a lot. Karma and Chicago from LW have been massive helps. People like Killer and Bearded and Seraphim, you know, they've all mentored me personally and helped me to get to where I am. So I mean, these are the kind of people that, you know, always make me want to better myself. And then I also want to take their positions, so I mean, you know, I always tell them to watch out. Because as much as I might like them, I'm still gonna take their rank one day.
Well, that's harsh.
No, but that's
It's
fine
very
because they would
harsh.
have been. No, that's fine because they would have been promoted. So I'll just take their seat. They're just keeping the seat warm for me.
Oh yeah.
Oh, Rita, you're just a placeholder.
Yeah,
Basically.
he's just keeping the seat warm for me until, you know, he's a good boy and gets promoted again, and you know, and then hopefully one day I can be in his position.
You're a good boy.
No, now she's talking to me like I'm a dog, like I'm an animal. Like I just wow.
Who's a good boy?
I mean, right, you said it. You said it, okay, not me.
Are there any questions that you have for either myself or the good boy?
Yeah, MP, one for you. When can I have my award? I mean, you told me that all I had to do was be nice, and even last night in a party, somebody said they had a complaint, and Karma said you need to take it to MP7, and I was like, no, I'm afraid you can't do that anymore.
Yeah, the new
You know,
complaint
that's
department
me
is
being
Lucy.
nice. You know, well, I did something nice for you, and you're still not giving me my award.
Well, I wasn't aware that existed till right now, so maybe you will. Who knows?
I mean, okay. I mean,
Like, you can't just do nice things in the shadows and for me to never know about it and just somehow, like, magically...
But, hold on, though. Right, you can't also be one of those people who every time you do something nice, like those strange people you get on Facebook, they do this nice thing where they'll buy a homeless man a bloody hamburger and they have to do a video of it and post it on Facebook like they're the best person in the world.
What kind of people are you adding on Facebook?
No, they're just like them fine videos. But it's
you know
true,
what I'm
though.
getting
People
from that?
People do acts of kindness and they have to tell the world about it. Like, the world doesn't always need to know, you know? You don't need to be a pig-headed about the fact you do something nice. Sometimes it's nice just to do nice things.
Well, couple things here. I'm not going that far. I'm just saying I need to be aware of it, which now I am. And number two, I feel like what you just said was you're going to buy me a hamburger, which I would love, and you will definitely,
Would you like cheese
get
on
the
that?
award. Yes, please. I would not say no to it.
I can do that.
Though I also feel like it was a bit of a racism because, like, oh yeah, the
What?
American wants a
Don't you
hamburger.
throw the-
Maybe I want fish and chips.
Don't throw a racism card out there. Like, what is this?
That just seems what it is. I'm just calling a spade a racist. So, you know.
I support
my
MP
God.
on that.
But it's
that
wonderful,
claim.
too,
I-
because-
I'm so done with you guys, right? Don't think about because you're all American and stuff, okay? You can come at the Brit in the party, okay? I'm just saying.
Well, it's wonderful, though, that we hit our racism mark when we did because we hit it at the 30-minute mark. And so it's about time for us to start winding this fun party down. And it seems like a good time now because, you know, the racism happened. And it reminds me that we need to give a shout out to our sponsor, the Black and White Cookie. The Black and White Cookie, you know, you get it at the bakery. It is a symbol of unity and camaraderie for years and years. And yes, it made Jerry Seinfeld vomit in that one episode of Seinfeld. But I just think in these times, in these troubling times, we need to look to the cookie. So a shout out to the Black and White Cookie for sponsoring today's show. No thanks to Hooters. But Hooters, feel free to give some shout outs if you want. I know you just gave some shout outs to some people that matter to you, but if there's anybody else you'd like to give a shout out to, go ahead and throw it out there and then we'll end this shindig.
Let me see. Okay. I mean, I have to obviously do a personal shout out to LS for, you know, sticking with us and, you know, through a hard patch and, you know, we're all on the mend again. So, you know, thank you to everybody in LS, officers, generals, all of you are all amazing. You know, shout out just to everybody who gives me a chance and an opportunity to better myself and, you know, has faith in me to do what I do. And the fact that I keep getting to climb the ranks because you guys obviously have some kind of faith in me, that I'm not always going to get drunk and join live streams and, you know, not always going to make a fool of myself. So, yeah.
Oh, well, that's wonderful. So, I want to thank you and Rita for joining us today on Talkin Bout Things, episode 6. And we hope to talk to you again. Maybe have you be a repeat host at some point in the next couple weeks, months, years, eons, centuries. Eon's bigger than century, but still.
Yeah, I feel like
So-
Eon would come after Century.
You know, it would, but, you know, it is what it is. So, anyways, thank you both for joining. And I think now is a good time to go ahead and end the show. We're at 34 minutes. So, hopefully we will see all you viewers next time on Talkin Bout Things.